Where is Ukraine's economy almost 3 years after the Euromaidan?
There are kind of widespread narrative that Ukraine is doing nothing or not sufficiently enough, and it is not true.
We're actually moving full speed. If people who were not familiar with Ukraine, when they learn about our story, of how Ukraine changed over the last 3 years since revolution and dignity, since beginning of Russian aggression against the country, economic and military. Actually, it's a dramatic difference. What was in 2014 comparing to where we now.
For the first time in history, Ukrainian economic system is changing towards functioning market economy. And if you are speaking about macroeconomic stabilization, there are really strong results, and structural institutional reform started as well.
That happened not because of the change of external environment, actually vice versa. External environment was quite hostile to Ukraine. Turmoil on some markets, external markets, political turmoil in different countries. So the real reason why we succeeded is because we were very disciplined in implementing structural reforms. Something that not address some cosmetic changes, but actually change Ukraine from within.
The fact that the macroeconomy is stabilized is obviously provides the background for everyone to be able to look at the country as an investment destination. The banking sector has been very largely cleaned up. The energy sector has been thoroughly reformed. The government has implemented e-procurement.
On top of that, there is the reform of both the pension and education systems, which have already been completed. Healthcare reform will follow.
Improving business environment, for instance, in doing business, Ukraine did a lot of progress. But still, it's very important to convince investors that property right protection is improving. Then another unused possibility until now unused is privatization. There are a lot of state-owned companies, and privatization can be a good method how to attract investors.
Where we need to see more progress is in the state-owned enterprise governance, and of course land reform is also something that is missing. Right now it's impossible to buy land, agricultural land in Ukraine. It also means that it's impossible to help finance agriculture on the basis of land as a collateral. And that means that the value of land, of agricultural land in Ukraine, if it was up for sale, is between $30 and $50 billion. So that's a huge amount that could be used, not necessarily to sell, but to leverage, to get some financing for agriculture.
If Ukraine will continue in reforms and Ukraine has no other option, then I am convinced that Ukraine is offering really good opportunities for investment.
1-2 more positive signals, and the market will react very positively. We will get investments coming into the country, and that obviously will boost the economic growth, which we all hope for. Because with 3-4%, it's a decent rate, but not for Ukraine. We've been lagging behind for many years. There was reforms in comparing with other countries in the region, including Poland, for example. We lost this momentum many years ago, and now we need to catch up.
25 years ago, Ukraine's GDP was similar to Slovakia's. Today, Slovakia's GDP is 4 times higher in purchase parity and almost 8 times higher in nominal terms.